enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me.
Old school news also.
Yeah. He's giving us a thumbs up, so we're all good to go.
We're rolling.
We're rocking and rolling.
Mate, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. And
nervous, scared, tentative.
Just a little bit nervous, yeah. Weird, isn't it?
How'd you find it?
I mean, I did a bit of radio for Black Country Radio for
I've
a
seen
bit,
that.
so it's a little bit like that.
I've seen that,
but yeah, it's all right.
How long did you do
but
that
can
for?
I just say, you've said we're going to talk for like 90 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I bust a tooth the other day, and it's scraping my tongue when I'm sleeping. And my tongue every day is getting a little bit bigger, so I'm conscious that at some stage, I'm going to get Sylvester the cat on you. Because, like, you know.
No jokes aside, sometimes I'll do that.
I had to speak to anyone for days, and then today, what the? Anyway,
how have you done that?
I bust a tooth, and it's just really sharp. I've got to go and see. Yeah, I've got to go and see.
I brought these 11 times.
Have you?
I wasn't born like this,
You
yeah.
want to be more careful.
Well, first time my mum pushed a seesaw and I flew up in the air and smashed my face.
Well, that's nice.
There was one time eating a cob and then like 6-7 times in a football match.
Yeah.
So,
Football, my old man lost his front teeth at school going for an header, and his PE teacher kicked him out.
PE teacher, how old was he?
I mean, we're going back, obviously.
Yeah.
But like he's 77 now, the old man. But
Yeah.
back in the day, the PE teacher needed to clear it. Like,
Have you seen that
was
like
it.
kids can't head a ball now?
Yeah.
How mad's that?
Well, kind of makes sense.
I'll be able to work. If I had my time again, that was my game, jumping head in it.
Yeah.
I've heard you're a massive Walsall fan.
That's funny, isn't it? Can I tell the full story?
Of course you can, go for it.
Because I've done a lot of work at Walsall, and I'm very much a fan of the people who run Walsall Football Club. But I'm not a Walsall fan, right?
Yeah.
And it was just funny because we did a show at Walsall Arena last week, and it was only because I was in a hurry, but I was in because I had to go to someone else's do, and someone's 50th. My accountant's 50th, right? And I had to go. So I was flying out the door, and my son comes in. He says, "Dad," he says, "apparently there's a Walsall player here. He's got a dolly bird with him, and he says he knows you're a Walsall fan, so he wants to come backstage and meet you." And I said, "Oh, I ain't got time. Just tell him I'm a Starbridge fan." I don't know who it was, so if it was,
yeah. I'll find out. I'll message you after.
I apologise.
Yeah,
I won't be rude, but no, I'm not a Walsall.
That's funny. That is, mate. How amazing was that Walsall show, man? I mean,
massive.
Looking at the pictures online and stuff,
it's mad because when I first started this tour, I think we released 2,000 tickets, and that venue itself holds about 600 or 700, I think.
Yeah.
And we've done it 4 times now. We're about to do it a 5th. And I developed the act to doing pubs, like, so
Yeah.
I didn't write for this many people. It's just been a massive like development in what we do.
Snowballed, hasn't it?
It's mental, mate. Mental.
What did I see this right? Was it 21,000 tickets you've sold over so far?
I think we've done about 23, 24
23,
now.
how amazing is
it's
that?
flying. Like,
Local
so we
lad
released 2,000, and I remember me and Wayne, my mate and promoter, I was saying, "Do you think we'll do 2,000?" Like, and he said, "Yeah, we'll put some money behind it." And, but he's good at the old TikTok and the socials and all the stuff you're into. Like, I don't really. I do a Facebook. And I'll keep an eye on my Facebook, but everything else is pretty much...
It's where you need a support system, didn't you? I learned that. That's why I got Will in his...
He's got his breasts out. Right, is that every week? Is
that
planned?
We need a camera on him in the corner.
Keep me on my toes.
He usually comes suited and booted.
When you cover the one nipple, the other one comes out. You call in.
Are you all right with it?
Yeah. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Dress code.
Nah, you can do what you want, mate. So how did you start going viral then? Was it like a TikTok thing on Facebook?
Well, I've always
because you've been grafting for years. If you jump on your channels,
I was pushing it half-heartedly, I suppose, because I used to drink a lot, and it was a bit of fun, and it was getting popular, and I was enjoying doing it, and then it got to a stage where I wore enjoying doing it, and I was forcing it, and it got a bit stale, but then. Yeah, when I give up the drink and started giving it a bit more attention, and Wayne got on board, and he's been the catalyst, really. He's been the brains behind it, yeah.
I'm not sure I said this on air or off air. Was it like, is it comedian, musician, or you just say entertainer?
I just like to think entertainer. I'm a failed musician is what it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. And when I was always around funny people as a kid. Like my grandparents were all funny characters. My dad's a funny bloke, and mucking about and making each other laugh was just something you just do. It was just part of
black country culture,
just what
wasn't
you
it, really?
do. And I thought everyone could do it. You know.
Where did you grow up?
I was born Walsall. And I was dragged up in Wednesbury.
Was ya?
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Walsall?
And the Delves.
Delves
Yeah.
Green Road. No way.
Just off Delves Green Road, Blackthorn Road.
Yeah, my dad grew up Pleck. What's the pub on the corner?
It's probably not there now. Oh, the Brown Lion.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a Brown Lion. His mum used to live up from the
It
post
was
box
rough,
up there.
Pleck.
Yeah.
It was a tough place, Pleck, when we were kids. You couldn't go and play up there. We were allowed.
And then you where? Delves Green Road to where?
Over to Wednesbury then, over to up by the church in Wednesbury. And I've only recently moved from there, like I've been there for years and years.
I always played football at that Delves Green Road, that pitch.
Yeah.
Then they put the uni
Down
out
the
road.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it well. Played in goal, I did, because I was fat. I was always put in goal.
You said you had a bit of a turning point with the old drinking and stuff recently.
Yeah,
Congrats.
3 years, 8 months and about 10 days or something.
Yeah. What was the catalyst for that? For,
Um,
living a bit too hard.
yeah, well, do you know what? I found myself having a free bar everywhere I went. You know, I'd go for a gig and they'd say, anything you want, John, no problem, write it down, mate, no worries, Hackett. Or I'd do a gig and they'd come up at the end and say, mate, that was sound, yeah, have a pint. And you do that 4 or 5 times a week, 3, 4 times a week, and it just catches up with you. And like, I just caught a glimpse of myself one morning.
Brutal lifestyle, isn't it? It's
It was full on.
Nomads travelling.
I thought I was keeping up with just being social with everyone, and then when the lockdown happened and everything shut, and I realised, like, I need a drink, man. What's going on here? And it scared me a bit. And and then one morning I just caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror while I was chucking up with an hangover, and I looked awful, 4 stone heavier than I am now, and bright red and veins popping out my neck, and I thought, are you really going out like that? Do you know what I mean? So I just went and popped my head round the door at my local AA and said, I think I'm supposed to be in with you lot, like. And there was sound in Tipton. It was brilliant.
How's the performance aspect of things now like?
Totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different, because it used to be about how much fun I was having, and now it's all about I want them to have a really good time now, and it's been quite a conscious transition, like, and it's weird, and I can think 3 or 4 gags ahead. My timing's better. It's easier. Like, in fact, life's easier. Like, everything's easier. Everything.
You're finding things are coming
it's like an easy
more
mode.
Yeah.
Once you get out of it.
Because you do it because of anxiety, don't they? Some people, they have to have a tickle before they go on.
Yeah, but then you realise once you stop that you don't get the anxiety no more because you've stopped drinking.
Yeah.
It's that cycle. You think, oh, I'm nervous, so I always perform, so I have a drink before I perform. That was the excuse I used to give myself. Like. And then... But then now I get nervous more now because I haven't got the Dutch courage. I can't just have But there was one gig I did with Joe Lycett, and I was really rude to him, and I drank a whole bottle of JD honey before I went on stage, and I put that down to nerves, and I did the same song like twice. I mean, that's
not even realised.
Terrible, man.
Yeah.
Terrible behaviour.
Yeah.
And I was rude to him, and I was just, and that the next day I looked at my socials, and I just was like, just not proud of myself, man. Just let myself down. I wasn't injuring no one. I wasn't a vicious drunk. I wasn't a violent geezer. I was, there was no one else really suffering but me. But I just had to realise that,
But you were still experiencing success whilst you was drinking.
Yeah, so it's hard, isn't it? Because
yeah.
nothing's going wrong.
Yeah.
And plus, you surround yourself with people who egg you on to do that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of other drinkers and other users, and what they do is they use you as a benchmark to make their behaviour okay. Do you know what I mean? Say, but I'm hammered, but look at him. Do you know what I mean? And so they'd egg you on. And of course, they think that the more they'd feed me, the funnier I'd be.
Yeah.
And it is until you're falling asleep on stage. You know what I mean?
Well, that's another thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so it had to go, mate. And I'm an all or nothing bloke. I couldn't moderate. I couldn't. No, it just had to go.
With me, with the football, it was like burning it at both ends. Like, the weeks would be so intense, you need to let off steam.
Yeah.
And part of letting off steam
that's what we're told in this country. That's what we're
it's part of the culture, isn't it? Or it was.
Yeah.
Speak to 20-year-olds now, they don't really drink that much, probably because they can't afford it.
Well, there's that, and I think there's more education now for health and well-being generally. My 17-year-old knows more about nutrition than me. But yeah, I think there's a better education for them now, are there?
Yeah. You used to graft, work hard, and then
and get hammered.
Get
But
hammered.
now the way I look at it is, life's hard, and
Yeah.
life's hard for many, many reasons that I don't really want to go into because you don't want to get too political. But people get to the weekend and they say, "I deserve this this week. I deserve this,"
Yeah.
and then we anaesthetise ourselves until we think our life's okay.
numb yourself to
But
it.
life ain't okay. Life's hard, man. Do you know what I mean? That's where a lot of humour comes from. Is
Yeah.
a lot of tragedy because life's really hard, and a lot of people laugh at situations because it ain't happening to them. When I tell a story about something happened to me, it was awful. I do it a bit when I was in hospital.
Yeah.
They cry and laughing, and it's because it happened to them. It's the relief. They can relate to what it must have been like. But everybody knows life's hard, and I think when people get to the weekend in this country, it's like, oh Christ, I need this.
Yeah.
But it's just also there's people that you hang about with, you only find them entertaining once you've had a drink. I mean, what's that about? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You get different friend groups, don't you? Right, the same rings true with me for years. Yeah, it's
And
good.
and if I could argue with giving up booze, I'd be drinking now, mate. But I just can't. Everything. I'm a better son. I'm a better dad. I'm a better mate.
Yeah.
My
Everything
career's
has more value
gone.
to it.
Career's gone through the roof.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I do? Argue with you?
I'd be wrote off though. I would. So I'd party till 6 a.m. Be dead to the world on the Sunday, and then rinse and repeat. Go out on Monday.
Yeah.
But say you'd probably have to do a gig the next night.
Yeah.
So you'd probably have to top up.
I'd just top it up. Yeah. I just wouldn't have an hangover. I wouldn't give myself time.
There's no way to live, is it?
And I found myself like, if I was meeting mates in the pub, I'd have a few at home before going to the pub. So I was at a level where I could drink at the same pace as them and not look
You can't
like
win
I'm
doing it, can
struggling.
you?
No.
But you made a good point, just like we love our comedy, dark humour and stuff, and you got to laugh. You ever laugh or you cry, don't you?
Yeah.
And I think comedy is such a fine line, isn't it, between the toughest aspects of life
Yeah.
and laughing out loud.
Yeah.
How do you find a balance with that? Like when you write your material?
I think you got it spot on. It's you got to. I think the magic lies at that little bit between offensive and pushing the boundaries. And I think if you can strike that tiny thin line between there, that's where the gold lies. But a lot of comedy comes out of misery, and because life is hard, and we all have the same frustrations. Everyone's got the same problems. Everyone sees the same characters, have to deal with the same geezer in the bank. Might not be the same geezer, but we know what we're talking about.
What comedy inspires you?
Old school British character comedy.
Yeah.
Like I've never been into stand up. Still,
How mad's that?
I don't watch stand up.
Really?
Nah, not interested, man. I like old school. Funny characters like I like Porridge, I like Only Fools, I like Your Faulty Tower, all those, anything with Ronnie Barker in it, and I always resort to going back to it. And sometimes I've had the criticism laid at my comedy and that it's a bit old it's a bit old fashioned.
Yeah.
But I think that's a great compliment because back in the day, comedy was proper funny. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And now it's just a bit sanitized.
Everyone takes offence to everything, don't they?
Well, there's that. But also, I think there's a lot of comics that are more worried about being clever or impressing other comics than just making their audience laugh.
Yeah.
And just being funny.
Yeah, it was good. You could just sit back and watch them kind of.
It's just daft.
Faulty.
Yeah, it's
Only
just
Fault.
daft. It's
Did you watch
proper
the young
funny.
ones as well?
Yeah.
I love the young ones and Bottom,
class.
mate.
Class. But when was the last thing that made you laugh like that, man? Or had a cult following because of... I mean, there was one or two in the 90s, maybe.
Nothing like that. I mean, we like Ricky Gervais and like The
Genius.
Office.
Yeah, absolute
and
genius. Yeah.
Afterlife, was it?
Yeah, brilliant again.
The It Crowd.
But you can put Gervais up there with your John Cleese's and your comedy geniuses. I think.
Mate, what's been amazing watching Ricky? You jump to YouTube and stuff. Is it award ceremonies?
Yeah.
And he don't give a fuck, and he's just hammering.
But that's what people love.
Yeah.
You know.
Watching it, I mean, you could see the celebs in the audience like, please don't say me.
Yeah, but I seen him do a clip and he said, I had a choice between entertaining that lot or entertaining the billions of people watching, and he had more connection with the billions of people watching.
Didn't he work in an office till he was like 30 or 40 or something?
I think he did various things, but he went into... I don't know. I don't want to say because I don't know, but I think he went into radio production where he met...
mate, I'm fact-checked all the time, by the way.
He met the lanky bloke during...
Oh, yeah, of course.
At a radio
What's his name?
station. Merchant.
Merchant,
Yeah, he's funny as well.
Yeah, unbelievable. And Carl Pilkington, Idiot Abroad.
Just, again, class.
Him and Warwick Davis.
Class. But I think he plays a character. Carl Pilkington. He definitely plays a character.
I think he leans into
Of
his...
course he does, yeah. It's the same as what I do on stage. I mean, a lot of the stuff I do on stage, it's a caricature of you know, it's in my view.
Yeah. version of, yeah.
It's a daft,
So
yeah.
what would you call yourself? Black Country King? What is it?
No, I wouldn't
Black
even
Country
say
legend?
that, mate. I wouldn't even go that
I've read
far.
some.
There's a lot of people, but only because I'm from round here. Like,
Yeah.
I talk about relationships, kids, stuff. I don't just bang on about grey peas and bacon for an hour and a half. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I get a lot of that, you know, the Black Country comic. But
Do you take the flag with you, or do people?
yeah, of course, yeah. I do
you
like
lean-
to fly the flag, but I like to also let people know that it's not just all about Black Country.
Yeah.
You
Now
know,
I love
it's
it really
just-
because I think there was stats I seen a few years back saying the yam yam and the Brum accents
Yeah.
rated the worst accent
Yeah,
in all the UK.
yeah.
And then now, like flying the flag for the Black Country, it's kind of what's the program as well, Peaky Blinders and all that
done
sort
us
of
a lot
stuff.
of favours,
Yeah,
Peakies.
it's putting
yeah,
now God bless his soul, Aussie as well, flying the flag.
yeah.
I think he's making a bit of a
love
it's
him.
appealing.
Yeah, well, I think it's always been there. I mean, if you look into music in the 60s and 70s, we had a massive impact on the country.
Yeah.
Comedy is the new rock and roll. We have got comics coming out of the Midlands as well, like Lindsay Santoro. She's killing it. Have you seen her show?
I don't think I have now.
She's killing it in Birmingham at the minute. She's got a new Radio 4 thing. She
Really?
picked up from the Fringe. Yeah, she's smashing it. There's a lot of stuff going on if you look. You know.
Jasper Carrott.
Jasper. I met
Yeah.
Jasper once.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
He said, you're, can I swear?
Of course you can, yeah.
He said, you're the bastard nicking my act. And I said, yeah. He said, you're fucking welcome to it, son. And then we were doing a show at the same venue, I think. We weren't on the same night, but we were on the same photograph. And I'm going back about 10 years.
Yeah.
And the photographer said, can you just go behind Jasper's shoulder there, just around there? And he said, sir, you'll always be in my shadow, son. Like that. And I thought, yeah, brilliant. And I'm happy
Is he
to
still
do
doing
as
the
well.
rounds or not?
I think he is. I think he's doing a stand-up and rock show where they wheel out all the old Midlands rockers as well, like Beth
Because
Bevan.
he used to be on everything, didn't he? But then
Yeah.
he just stopped being on things, I think.
Well, he's getting on, isn't he? And he's made his money as well. I don't blame him, man.
Wasn't it his daughter in Shaun of the Dead? Or
She
an
was
actor?
in the office.
She was in the office, yeah?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
his daughter, wasn't
Yeah, she was Dawn in the office.
he? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He'll know.
And I think she went to America to try and do a little bit.
Joe Lycett, you've mentioned.
Yeah. Love Joe.
Yeah, but apart from... Who else?
He gave me a good bit of advice once, Joe, and
Did he?
it's always stuck in me. Because I've always been a bit impatient with me writing. Like, I think if it ain't good straight away, I'll just do something else. And I was backstage with him at Katie Fitzgerald's in Stourbridge. He just popped in to do some warm-up stuff, like try out some new stuff. And I think I was drinking again. And I said to him, Joe, I said, what do you reckon writing? I said, because look, I've always thought a joke is like a fart. If you have to try too hard, it's probably shit. And he turned round in his very gentle manner and said, or a really, really good fart. And I thought that's just gold, man. And I kept that with me.
Yeah.
I work a bit harder now. Right, if I get to a wall, I think
Push through it.
push through it. It might be a really good.
Who do you look up to then, from a comedy standpoint?
Just the old boys.
Really?
Yeah. Currently, I know there's comics doing well.
So you don't
but I'm-
replicate anything when you're doing
Try
on
not
stage?
to.
Yeah.
I've been compared to anyone who's ever picked up a guitar or instrument on stage because that's obviously what people are going to do. But I try not to be, because like I said, I don't really watch stand up, so I can't really copy anyone because I don't watch it.
Yeah.
So
And what about the
when I
music?
started it was for pubs, for backroom pubs. So I never really did the clubs. I only started doing the Glee Club once I was selling it out. It's like I'd never
How
done
amazing is that?
the nights there or anything. They never give me a gig. I tried to get in, and they never
Yeah.
give me a gig. And I think even now we hire the room out at the Glee Club. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
It's crazy, ain't it? How it just snowballs and comes out of
Yeah.
anywhere. But you tuned in, aren't you? I say you're prepared. You've been doing it years.
I'm
and you're
ready.
prepared. You're ready to go.
I'm ready. And if it had happened before, I'd have probably cocked it up because of the lifestyle I was living. Do you know what I mean? It's probably
Everything a
the
reason.
universe's way of
What was I gonna
rewarding
say?
good behaviour.
Well, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? The music. What about musically? Who inspires you?
Oh, I love everything, mate.
Because you mentioned locally. Like I said, I love Zeppelin.
Yeah, everything,
Motorhead.
mate. Anything. I mean, I was a
Bob
rocker
Seger.
as a kid,
Yeah.
but anything now, you know, if it's good, innit?
Yeah.
I can listen to piano jazz in the morning, and I can be listening to reggae in the car, or whatever.
So take
If
inspiration
it's
from everything.
good, if it's good, yeah.
So like,
I don't listen to a lot of new stuff. That I criticise myself for that. Like, I don't give new bands
what
a
is
chance.
that though?
Well, that's what I always say,
Yeah.
but there must be something.
It's whatever goes viral on TikTok. You see them on TikTok, and then they seem to be put on everything.
See, I'm waiting for him to be on top of the pops.
Squash that down, mate.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the problem. Is
They all turn out to be wrong guys,
I'm waiting for someone to tell me this is the new band you need to be listening to, but there ain't been nothing since the way. You got to get Oasis back together to get anyone excited.
Yeah, or Sabbath the other
Sabbath,
week, wasn't it?
yeah, of course, yeah.
I like you say, top of the pops cancel culture. Finishing that, I showed the people I work with today the sexual innuendo in Rainbow. Do you remember Rainbow back in the day?
Yeah.
And
let's be clever with the lyrics. Once upon a time, now you can just say it, go out. I want to lick your crack. All right, sound.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I love about some of your songs, man. Where it's like everybody knows what you're going to say, but you don't say it.
Yeah,
You take them down the garden path.
Yeah,
and just as you get there, you
well,
go like,
originally it was just a way of not getting complaints.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And just like keeping it a little bit
It's funny stuff,
friendly.
man.
I wrote that particular song that I think you're on about on. My kid had a keyboard for Christmas and it was working, and I was fiddling about with it, trying to get it to link up to his computer and that. And I came up with this, and I thought, if I just change the word at the end and go to that chord, and then I thought, I wonder if I can play that on that, and then it's one of my proudest moments was that song, because a lot of my songs are parodies, which means most of the hard work's been done for you. Do you know what I mean? Like the melody but everyone loves loving the Black Country, and because it's an
your
original.
kids giggling as well when you're doing it.
Yeah, you can sing it to your nan.
Yeah.
I've had people shout, no!
Yeah. Have you ever gone for it though and said it?
No.
So maybe your big gig, you just drop it because people are familiar with it now.
Because there's no need. But I have been at gigs where blokes have been out with their missus or something, and I've gone to try and stop me from saying it. Golden, mate. Absolute
class,
golden. And then when you go somewhere else and just give me a winker, you know.
So I mean, like you dropped an exclusive when you got here. You said you just mastered a new song.
Wrote one yesterday. Yeah, but it's for the next tour.
Yeah, I'm not going to give any spoilers.
No, it's for the next tour, but it's going to be.
It was making me have a giggle.
Yeah, I went to see my auntie this week, and she's got a shed like this, and I locked myself in it for a few days, and I turned my phone off and I forced myself to write some stuff, and come out with a couple of bangers.
That's interesting. So you do have a writing process then?
Well, I'm trying to.
You don't
now.
make it up as you go along then?
Well, nah, because the thing is now people are buying tickets. It's pressure. You got but the trap I fall into sometimes is that if I do a load of new stuff, like a lot of my punters will go, "Oh, he didn't do my favourite. Why didn't you do that one? Oh, you didn't do this one." And then when I do the old stuff, it's like, anytime we do something new now, come on. So it's like, I call win. So on this tour, I do the first half hour, all old stuff, and then after the break, it's a lot more new and fresh and stuff because there's a lot of people coming that have never heard of me, so I want to give them my good stuff because it's my best stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
It's interesting you say that. We had Carl Porter on a few weeks back who did the slow motion goal celebration. So 50 million views.
I shared that.
Yeah, mate. The guy he's so funny and he's class. And he said, like you just said, he said, don't do it. He said, I stay away from it because that's what everyone wants to see.
Yeah.
He says, I'll do a real time. And I said, no, but the big rock band, you got to do
your classic, bro.
You got to do the classic, but...
I went to Leeds Festival once and The Darkness was headlining, and they come out and they said, right, everyone's been asking us what our new stuff's going to be like, so this is our new album exclusively now. And they just played all new stuff, didn't play any of their old stuff, and everyone's just like...
I get it, you've got to keep moving forward, but like...
Not the headlining gig of Leeds, you don't, mate. When anybody only knows just 2 songs anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't educate people either, you got to give them what they want, man.
Yeah, fan favourites, isn't it? But you've got an album coming out, haven't you?
I'm just going to record all the songs that I ain't going to get done for copyright on.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them with the parodies, I've got to be really careful. Like people asking for, put them on Spotify and that, but I've got to look into it.
It's worthy though, isn't it? It's decent shows.
Might be.
Like merch as well, we've got t-shirts.
Yeah, we flog a lot of t-shirts. We flog t-shirts.
It's class, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will, do you want to pull up his tour dates and stuff?
Pull up the tour dates.
So you've had all these sold out ones recently. How many dates have you got left to go?
I think I'm on about show 73 of a 90-date tour.
Wow. You're having a month off as well now, aren't you?
I've just started a little break. I'm doing someone's wedding tomorrow.
Nice.
And then I'm off then until the 3rd of September. We'll be back at Katie's in Starbridge.
Yeah. And you got some more gigs in Walsall and stuff.
The new one's just been released for October in Walsall. I think it's the 20th. The big one is the Civic Wolverhampton on the
Mate, it's
23rd.
gonna be
That's going to be the last one. I'll send you some tickets for that.
I was going to say,
we're
you
having
saved me looking like a...
Yeah, we're having an after.
Please?
We're having an after show party and
Yeah.
stuff, and yeah, it's going to be a good night. That
I'll be dancing on
quite
the
an
tables
emotional
there.
one. That will.
I can imagine, mate.
Yeah.
I was there for an awards event a few weeks back. I used to go to Blast Off there and Cheeky Monkeys.
Of course, mate. Yeah.
So on, Marnie.
How old are you?
39.
Yeah.
But if any of the girls are watching, I'm 27.
I've
28.
got 6 years on you, but I used to get to them nights as
Yeah.
well.
You ever do Atlantis down the
A
road?
couple of times, but it was a bit shirty for me.
Mate, it was very short.
A
You know when
bit-
you
a
used to
bit
go in your
shirty as
loafers and your pinstripe shirts?
Now let me tell you a great story because this is one of the best. Did you ever put your socks over your trainers to make them look like shoes in a queue?
Yeah.
Because we used to do that.
People wouldn't believe you.
So we'd take because we'd have white trainers on. So you'd take your black socks off, put them over your white trainers. So at a glance, if the bouncer looks up and down, they wouldn't pick up that you'd not got shoes on. And then when you get in, you'd do whatever. But my mate, he's kept these socks on his trainers and he's dancing. And it was in the days you could have a fag in there as well, right? You could smoke in there. And we was in the old Black Swan in Walsall. I think it was called something else, but Studio 50 something or something like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
and he's trod on a fag, and the sock on his shirt started smouldering, right? And I've looked down and I've noticed that his shoes are smouldering and he's dancing and I'm touching him, mate, you're on fire. And he went, oh no. It was hilarious. I said, no, you're actually on fire, mate. Oh no, it was brilliant.
It was a different time, wasn't it?
Oh, mate,
Try and
glory
tell
days.
people now that you used to go out, there used to be 2,000 people
And
in
there'd
a
be
club.
a queue to get into Reflex in Walsall, round the block. Come on, mate.
Reflex WS1. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Is it still going?
I remember not getting in there because I had a visible tattoo.
I know,
Can you
yeah.
imagine them not letting me in there for a visible tattoo? No. Is it even a thing now?
What?
The club?
I don't know. It's a good point. So if I was to go out now, I'd go like Brum and go somewhere like
I
Aldershot
don't
or
go out
something.
no more.
Yeah, but Wolves used to be class. Even Cannock. Walsall was good, mate.
Yeah, I used to work in Wolves when I was a kid. I used to bang doors for a living at one stage, and their office was in Wolverhampton, and every night they'd be rammed.
Yeah.
Every club, every bar,
Yeah.
rammed. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
I tend to end up in
Thursday.
Atlantis. Fireworks would go off. 2,000 people. I'll try and neck about 20 birds. You couldn't get away with it now. You'd be
No.
done for harassment or whatever. But
No, it was a numbers game back in the day.
yeah, it was class. I try and tell my lad. Says I was living the dream. He's only 12.
It's the equivalent of swiping, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all swiping now, isn't it?
It's like it was like the real time equivalent of swiping. Nah,
Well, that's what I want to say. Did you have you met your Black Country lady?
nah.
No. Still on the look.
Well, no, I've got a lot going on, like in with the work at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place,
Yeah.
and when I do settle down, I don't want to be that bloke that birds are moaning about. I don't want to be that bloke that, like, you know, when you hear them bashing them in the gym. Do you know what I mean? He forgot this and this, that, and the other, and that'd totally be me because I just wouldn't do a good job at being someone's geezer at the minute.
Yeah.
So, dear, like, she don't get it. She knows I'm a performer for a living, like, but
That's
she
class,
don't
that
get
is. How often do you go out there?
I'm going Sunday,
Decent.
and I'll be back probably for September.
I love that.
Yeah.
Where
And
is he?
I've left my van over there. I drove my camper there about a month ago,
Yeah.
and down through France and into Spain, and got the ferry from Barcelona across to Palma, and I've left it there in storage.
How long does
So
that
now,
take to get there?
48 hours.
Is that it?
Bang on. Yeah, I was lucky with the ferries and that, but it took me 48 hours door to door, and then now I've left it there in storage for about 60 quid a month.
Class.
And so I'll get a cheap flight over, pick my van up,
Yeah.
go and sit on the beach for a few days, drop it off, come back.
Do you
It's
go to
cheap,
the
and how
sites like
tight I
that?
am. I don't like spending.
You gotta be.
Well, yeah,
You got to be, ain't you now?
I guess. But yeah, it's nice to take my hammock and my guitar and write some stuff and that.
Decent. I did a school coach trip to Venice once. I did.
Did
I think
you?
that was 27 hours.
Mate, we went to Switzerland on the coach once with school. Christ, sleeping in the hour.
Yeah.
On the
Sweaty
floor.
hormonal teenagers.
Yeah.
All together. It was class.
Yeah. Got off with a few birds on the back of the coach.
What's your favourite part of what you do? Is it like the writing and the preparation?
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, hate that.
It's all about the stage stuff and the
Yeah.
performance and the
I said
entertainment.
to my auntie this week, who was 87, by the way, and she was, your show's going well and stuff. And I said, Jessica, you must get nervous. I said, do you know what? When I'm on stage, it's the only time. I mean, I get nervous, but it's the only part of my life where I actually feel like I know what I'm doing. Like everywhere else, I ain't got a clue. I think I'm winging everything else.
Yeah.
But when I'm up there, like just having a crack with my pals with the guitar, I mean, who gets to do that for a
I
living?
know you're meant to do it.
And make dough out of it now, like, you know, it's just...
Strange, isn't it?
So, I'm so lucky. I just feel so lucky to be able to do it.
I said the same thing when I'm on a football pitch for like 90 minutes. It's like whatever you're going through, nothing else matters.
Yeah, once you cross that white line.
You're like tuned into that, to
Yeah,
that moment. And you know what
exactly
it is? I keep going on about the audience aspects, participation. It's that energy transfer. I don't want to bore you with like philosophical
no,
deepness.
you're right, mate, yeah.
But when all that energy is coming to you
it's a drug.
and you're laying down a punchline or something and then they give you that energy,
Yeah.
it's like a wave.
It's massive. It's a massive drug, and it's, you know, I've tried a few, but it's up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is,
mate,
any.
absolutely.
I
I felt it when I was a kid. I used to be in like school plays and that. And like,
What was you in school
well,
plays?
my first thing I was ever in, I was because I was a fat kid. I was the Giants in Jack and the Beanstalk, and I was only like 8 or 9, and I knew I could make these fuckers laugh. I just, because like I said, like we were a funny family. Like I just thought I'll just get one and make them laugh. Simple as. But then as I grew older, I never thought about being funny for a living. I was always a muso. I wanted to be a rock star.
In bands,
you know?
and that?
Yeah. I did a tour of America. I did New York and a few
I
other
did see that.
things with a punk band when I was a kid, when I was about 23, and that was where
Your dreadlocks.
that's what I wanted to be. Like I was going to be a grungy rock star. But then I just got a bit old and ugly for it, and started.
No money in it.
Well, no, there was never any money in it. And then I wrote this daft song once just to muck about, and I had an hangover one morning, and I was in Wednesbury, and I wrote this song about Wednesbury. And I thought, if I do it, I'll really overdo my accent on the recording, like, and it just went bang. I thought, all right, there might be something in this. My dad says, you should do some more of this comedy because no one likes your other stuff, you know. Yeah, cheers, Dad. Yeah.
You take a band with you or not?
Nah, although
You did keys as well, didn't you?
yeah, I play keys not well.
You don't need to do that,
I'm just I crash through it, and I play a ukulele, and I'm trying to get a banjo on the next show. I've just bought it. I'm just trying to work out how to work it. Yeah, I'm trying to incorporate as many things as I can just to keep it.
Performance based.
But I am in a little band called the All Star Rejects, and that's like that's my social life. We do daft covers in a punk style. So we Still Love Me Tomorrow, and
I love that. I always see Neil Buchanan stuff. Do you remember him from Art Attack?
Yeah. What's he doing now?
He's in a punk band.
No way.
Yeah, he's class. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
You have to find him out. And who's the other one? Oh, I'm gonna say his name. He was in the Hot Fuzz as one of the coppers. He was in a film the other day with John Cena and Idris Elba. But he's a serious actor, but he's a good musician, man.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
I can't think of his name. You can't even pull it up, can you?
There's a lot of them at it, though. I mean, like I say, creative types.
Yeah. Because
I'd love to have a go at acting.
You?
Proper acting. If
Proper
anyone's watching.
acting?
Yeah, if
Like
anyone's
the Bill?
watching. Yeah, or EastEnders. I met the bird from EastEnders the
Which
other
one?
week. I did it. Oh, I'm going to look terrible now because I've forgotten her name already. But she was on EastEnders. And my mate, who works at the BBC as a photographer, she's with a geezer in EastEnders, the one who's with Irene.
EastEnders. I don't watch it.
I don't either. But anyway, her fella's in EastEnders, so I'm like, come on, man, get me in.
Yeah.
They could do with like a black country urban.
So you wouldn't do an accent?
Well, I don't think I'd be able to do the Cockney thing.
Nah,
very well.
neither could I.
Although my accent moves around quite a bit. Like it's never the same from day to
Ain't
day.
they doing a Peaky Blinders film?
Apparently so, yeah.
They've just built a set, haven't they?
I don't know.
I think they've just built a set in Birmingham for it.
I thought they'd done it already.
Well, maybe they have. No, you're probably right. They have actually. No, they was on the canal the other month shooting stuff.
I met the language coach for Peaky Blinders
you?
once. Yeah, she's a lady who lives in Leicester, and she's also Hugh Jackman's accent coach for when he gets
you
it.
are.
So she was showing me. It was dead good actually because I was going on about the parts of the face we use in the Black Country compared to Brummies and why we sound slightly differently and the like the physiological side of our faces and what we use
The
differently.
science behind it.
Yeah, it was weird, man, but it was interesting.
It is weird though, isn't it? Accents, especially the difference from Birmingham to Wolverhampton to Dudley to Walsall to Cannock, and then like Stoke. You know, it's 15 minutes that way.
Yeah.
It's a fucking different planet. What they talk on.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. I think Stokey sound a bit scouse.
They do, don't they? Yeah. Stooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then Manchester to Liverpool is fucking the size of Birmingham.
Yeah.
Worlds apart.
Yeah.
Can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, the amount of people when you go abroad and people say, oh, you're Birmingham. And I suppose sometimes I'll do sound, but I'd say I've just got a Midlands accent.
Yeah.
No.
You never go yam yam.
If people ask,
Yeah.
then you got to, I'll correct people if they say you're a Brummie. I'll say, oh, actually, I'm from the Black Country. But the accents are so, like, there's such a melting pot of Midlands accents now. And the Midlands kids sound completely different again because they've got this YouTube accent. They've got this what is it, Fortnite accent. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That whiny little bitch accent.
Yeah.
When my son used to play that, he'd talk to me in his normal accent. I'd ask him what he'd want for tea. He said, oh, sausage. You got any sausages, Dad? Yeah, Sam. So you got beans? Yeah, I'll have beans. Yeah, nice one. Oh my God, you've taken my my weapon. Yeah. I'm like, you don't talk like that, mate.
You don't know how true that rings to me.
What? That's weird.
I'll show you my lad after this.
But they do. They've kind of flip into this mad, like...
Yeah. Oh my God, please, stop shooting me.
You're killing me. That's awful
Please,
accents.
what the
I
fuck
don't
are
know
you
where that
talking about?
accent's from, but we're never moving there.
What the hell is it?
Yeah, whiny little bitch accent.
And he's like, don't do that, Dad. Don't put it on.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Stop.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's mad that you said that.
And I used to pull him up on it.
That's
Say,
a
you
big
don't talk. I'd shout so his mates could hear me on purpose. You don't talk like that. You don't talk like that, really. Why are you talking like that, mate? Pull him up on it, like.
Oh, fucking hell. Is he going to be pissed off that you said that or not?
I don't care. He's grown out of it now.
Yeah, accents are mad. I went on a date a few years back and I said yam yam. She pissed herself. And she was from Liverpool. And I said, oh, you're a Scouse? She got up and walked out the bar. I said, fucking, I've drove up here to see you.
She was just using that as an excuse.
Do you reckon? But actually, she was like, are we going to go back? Are you going to take me back? And I was like, no, you fucking walked out. I don't know if it's offensive or not saying Scouse. I don't know.
I don't think so.
People take offence to whatever they want, don't they? You can't win. If someone wants to take offence.
I think Scouse are proud to be Scouse, aren't they?
All thought so.
Is it?
Liverpudlian.
Oh, fuck, is it really? But ain't it Paddy the Baddie who says, I'm Scouse, we don't get knocked
Depends who you
out.
talk to.
See, so
Depends
he's
who you
proud
talk
there, and that was like a few months ago, wasn't it?
I think I said this before, but I went on a night out in Newcastle. I went to I5, a group of girls, couple did it, and the last one went, how dare you raise your hand to me?
Oh, for fuck's
And I went, what? I said, what are you fucking on about? I'm trying to give you a high... I said, do you remember what a high five is? And she says, a high what? A high what?
But you got...
a fucking high five!
But you got to feel for these people, because, man,
Yeah.
how miserable must they be, man? Like, do you know what I mean? Really?
Yeah.
You got to feel for these offended people, because... It's all about attention, isn't it, mostly? Let's just give them a bit of attention. Oh, I did a gig. This is... I'll tell this story, yeah. So, I did a show at... Someone will correct me, but it was a big show. And we had 2 rugby teams in that night. And I thought, right, we got to watch these, right? Because they're going to be pissed. They're going to be, leery. We had 2 people thrown out that night. And they were both from the Women's Institute. Oh. Right? Because one got so offended, she had to have some sort of panic attack. And she had to be escorted out, so the show had to be stopped because she was so offended. I think I did a fat joke. And then the other one was so hammered, has gone flying through some fire doors, face first, broke her hip. And the ambulance had to take her out. And it was just like, mate, and they were waiting afterwards. And the promoter, Wayne's coming, he's gone, mate, they're baying for blood out there. They're going to kill you.
It's mad, isn't it?
For that joke. I said, what joke? He said, yeah. I said, oh, mate. So I went out. And they were like, oh, hi. I said, you're all right, thanks for coming to the show. Yeah, we love you. I said, did I upset? Oh, we just thought, but we think you're great. They just want a little bit of an arm around them, a bit of attention, and they were absolutely fine.
But what's the cut-off? Like, What can you say? What can't you
Well,
say?
like I say, I started doing this for pubs,
Yeah.
and as far as I know, people in my crowd enjoy what I do. I don't do anything particularly to try to offend anyone, but I certainly don't try and stay away from anything in case I do.
Yeah.
And I think, like I've said, that I think that comedy line lies where you're bang in the middle of what you shouldn't really say and challenging like social things that make people think.
I think as a comedian, you've got a license to kind of push the boundary.
We should be. We should be. Like,
I think I agree. I think
we
we
should be
challenge it.
flying the flag for free speech as comedians, like, you know. And yeah, I do a lot of the stuff because I'm exaggerating the character. I can get away with being a bit more ignorant, a bit more ill-informed, which leads me to say stupid things.
Yeah.
Whereas if I said them in all seriousness, it'd cause offence because I'm saying it in character and it's obviously not what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But you always get that dickhead who thinks that's what you.
Yeah. They think it's reality.
Yeah.
Or they want to take it too far. What's the craziest thing that's happened at a gig? You mentioned them two women. I'm sure there's
Craziest thing. Well, on this tour, we've had an heart attack.
Fuck, you know.
We've had a fight on the first two
Walsall,
rows.
that was.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it was horrible.
Swinging.
It was handbags, really, but I didn't know what it could potentially be because they were big lads and they were both pissed and, like, there was old couples sat around them. Do you know what I mean? I was like, and the security there were, like, non-existent. In fact, it was our two lads who had to get in there and break it up. My sound engineer and my pals got involved and broke them up in the end. The security, and that's why on the video I'm going, security, because there was just no
you have
reaction.
to stop what you're doing.
I had to stop, and then I had to get the room back into kind of a mood of we're out for a nice night, you know. So that was horrible.
What about the interaction aspect of it? I see you talking to audience members. And that.
Yeah, they like me to do that. I don't enjoy doing that, to be honest.
Yeah,
because I'm used to working off a script generally because I've written this stuff. So it's uncomfortable because you don't know where it's going to go. Yeah. So that's just nervy. That's just the main point. But secondly, I think crowd work is like you should be able to do crowd work as a comic. It's kind of, I think it's entry level. And if it, like when I used to work in a bar when I was 21 in Ibiza with a microphone, I was doing crowd work. Do you know, crowd work is you should be able to stand with a mic and talk to people in a room if you're going into that kind of line of business. But they love putting the little clips of the crowd work on TikTok and that because that's what gets the...
It's authentic, and do you ever get the audience which comes to your tour? They'll come to 2 or 3.
Yeah, you see a few of the faces again and again. But generally it's new faces. But yeah, well, like I know when I went to Liverpool, if I get into a verbal joust with a Scouser or a Liverpudlian, chances are they're going to be funnier than me. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
I might come unstuck.
Yeah.
So it's quite nervy, and you got to think on your feet. You got to be so it's difficult, but you should be able to do it. It's expected of you as a comic.
I showed the girls I worked with today some of your clips, and you was interacting, and one of the girls said, "That's my worst nightmare." She says, my boyfriend's a big chap, and I know they'd come to us, and she said, I'll just be anxious the whole time. I'd want to enjoy it.
Well, that's the other thing. I've never done it in the past. For the reason being, I've always thought it's a bit like bullying. Do you know what I mean? It's like you with the glasses. Where are you from? But most people sit at the front expecting to have, something. Or they know there's a risk of being spoken to by the actor if you sit on the front. And I've learnt that it's mostly in good fun and it's taken well. But when I first started, it was almost like I came from a music background, so it's like you don't suddenly go, "Well, how long you been bald, mate?" It's just...
It's another string to your bow, though, isn't it? You got the jokes, you got the guitar, now you got the interaction, the engagement.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It just makes me nervous. I just don't like. I don't enjoy that part of the show.
But all my Facebook feedies, I don't know if it's called Facebook Live. What is it? The videos on Facebook, whatever that's called. It's you and that girl with the puppet masks. It makes people speak.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah. What's her name? Is it Amy something?
I don't know. But it's I'll swipe and it's you and then it's her.
Yeah, she's good. I think she's done some stuff for Wayne.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's been in town,
Yeah, I'd love her on as well, to be fair.
Yeah, she's good, yeah.
But, ventriloquist, she said she just got a doll one day and started doing that shit.
Did she say that, though?
Or the doll? What do you mean? I don't know. She had a little monkey doll as well. But, but the point was, her gig is she'll get somebody from the audience.
Yeah, make them...
Yeah, and I'll start giggling and doing that, and she'll say some of the shit.
Yeah.
And I suppose, in a sense,
that's genius, man. I couldn't do that.
Well, you have to do that as well, don't you? You have to fucking...
Yeah, got the gear. I did buy a puppet once and brought him out during the COVID period.
You did?
And put a mask over me.
COVID was tough, wasn't it?
And then I could just talk, generally behind the mask, and no one could see me right move. So
You got to try stuff though, haven't you?
I did it for one show, I think. It lasted. It was crap.
You still got the puppy?
Yeah, it's in my van, yeah.
That's class.
It's in my van. COVID Sid.
COVID seed.
Yeah.
Touch you on any COVID fucking.
Yeah.
I was going to say heckling. I was going to talk about heckling.
Yeah.
You had some good ones, or what?
Some
Some ones you remember, or
Yeah, a lot of the time you can't really hear what they've said. Like,
Yeah.
it's and
and you got that light on you as
I
well.
don't get questions as such. People shout out song names, do that, or or a geezer's go, yeah, sexy bastard, or something.
Everyone laughs.
Daft like that, and then I have a bit of banter with them, like. But yeah, they're all right. But the problem is with heckling, and I think I speak for most comics, is when you deal with it comedically once or twice, it's fine. But then sometimes they feel like they're part of the show now.
And they get carried away.
And they love it, and they've had a few, and they're enjoying it, and you can't knock
They got
them,
a
'cause
few
they're having
giggles.
They've had a great time, and they've had, and once they've had a laugh at some of the audience, then they're away. And sometimes you have to kind of be a bit passive aggressive and just say, "All right, your bit's finished now, mate." And then if they continue again, it's like you end up throwing them out.
Really?
Well, yeah. Sometimes
Ruins the show, doesn't it? You, like you say, you got a certain
a lot
amount
of people
time.
have paid a lot of money to sit and watch what's been written and rehearsed, I think.
I agree.
When
Yeah,
it just goes off on someone, Brian's being a dickhead again.
Fucking Brian.
Fuck Brian off, man.
I was gonna say, like, it's very location specific, isn't it? The Black Country accent. So, what is
Yeah.
it like when you take it on the road, as you say, to Liverpool or Manchester?
Well, I was really nervous when we got to Manchester because I just thought this ain't going to travel. It ain't going to work. But then I said within the first few, like, any Black Country folk in tonight, and the place went fucking nuts. So I think what I'm finding is, and I'm hoping this is going to be the case in September, because we're going all over the place in September, like Bath, Brighton, Norwich, Essex, places like Comedy Store, London. And so I'm hoping it's going to be the same. But there's a really good mix of Black Country migrants and folks that have seen a few clips online. And they tend to have a good party together. We all have a good... By the end, everybody's kind of...
Tell you another one, Paul Smith, do you know him?
Yeah.
He's done well, hasn't he?
Yeah, massively
He's
yeah.
started doing well on the circuits up there.
Well, that's his crowd work is just something else.
Yeah.
Because he was a compere, I think, originally at Hot Water. And so he's every night he's crowd working, isn't he? I mean, and so he's just the best at it.
Did you see that Zach Smith and he got Sniff? Have you seen that viral video?
Nah.
He's speaking to someone on the street and he said, "Is that Sniff?" And the guy says, "Oh my God, how did you know my name's Zach Smith?" Mate, it's class.
No way.
And the woman, I mean, she's pissing out of laughing.
No way.
Yeah.
That was lucky.
Just a bit, yeah. But if you've seen or not, we've had wrestlers. We're a big fan of the wrestling. I've got my wrestling figures.
I
up there.
noticed the wrestling magazine.
Wrestling, yeah. We had a little chat before you come on. I've heard rumours that you've stepped inside the squared circle.
I've ventured in the ring.
Go on.
It's such a mad one. So I was contacted by Women's Aid
Right.
to raise some money for Women's Aid
Yeah.
when I was working at the radio station. And I was with a pal of mine, who was a pal at the time, and I said, "What am I going to do to raise money for Women's Aid, mate?" He said, "Well, it's for battered women, eh?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "You want to get battered by a woman, do you?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Like, let a kickboxer knock the shit out of you." And I said, "Well, yeah, but I can't see Women's Aid, who are there in place to stop violence between men and women, going for a scrap between a man and a woman to raise money for Women's Aid." And he said, "Well, do that wrestling then." He says, "Because that's pantomime, mate, the wrestling." He says, "Like, it's all, it's theatre, right? It's a bit different." He says, I thought, yeah, all right. And then we were literally in the pub at the time, and he sent a message to this wrestler called the Alpha Female from Germany. German, done WWE and all that.
As you do, you just message the alpha female.
Well, he like WhatsApp. No, he must have like Instagram message. I don't know, but he got in touch with her, and like we was getting hammered. And within the hour, she'd come back and said, "If you pay for my flight, I'll do it for free." Right? So we're like, saying. So I flew to Germany and I met her, and then we had this chat. And then we said, yeah, we'll do it. So we flew her over, and we got the Copthorne Hotel in Brierley Hill or somewhere, and we sold tickets with food and this, that, and I put a leotard on, mate, and bearing in mind I weren't in good shape at this stage. Like, you could have sponsored me to just wear this leotard, to be fair, at the time.
So you went against her?
And so, yeah, we had a bout.
Beat her up?
I think I stamped on a toe, and the rest of the time she was just...
Beat the shit out of you?
Yeah, twisting my head off and front. I've had back problems since. Like, I'm not joking.
Really?
Yeah, man, some serious
You seen a chiropractor or anything? Or
I had cardiac equina syndrome. So I was rushed into the QE and emergency spinal surgery. And
it's no joke, is he? Pantomime?
No, well, this happened a few years later, but I can't say it definitely were linked. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, I can't say it is either. But, yeah, the old cardiac equina. You want to look it up, man. It's really common in geezers in the late 30s, early 40s.
And what is it?
It's when your spinal column collapses onto your central nervous system, cuts you in half from the waist down, paralyses you instantly. I was watching the telly. And I was with a mate at the time. And I said, "Mate, I've gone numb. Like I can't feel that." I ended up going into Sandwell, and within two days I was under the knife. And they've got to treat it instantly.
What do you mean? What did they do, Jack?
They unpressurised the nerve. They
fluid.
I don't know what they did, but they pulled out a couple of discs and they fused a couple, and they take the pressure off the nerve. So, but I've still got. I do a bit in the show about it, but I've still got a numb arse. All down here, my thigh is nerve damage. They call it saddle anaesthesia, which means anywhere around here. But luckily, everything up front still works. But there was a time when I was told there was a chance I'll have bowel dysfunction, erectile dysfunction, all this stuff, man. It weren't a good week.
No, I can imagine.
And just from nothing, like just from... You know, no warning.
Are you stretching and stuff now, or doing any jogging?
Do a bit of stretching, but I've been told I can't play rugby no more. Can't do any boxing. Can't do any,
that's serious
impact stuff. But I'm walking, mate, and there's a lot of people who had there was two people who was in there with the same thing when I was there, and one of them didn't walk again, come out in a wheelchair.
Wow,
it's really common.
How's it been on stage for like an hour and a half?
It's all right.
Yeah,
I'm conscious of it. I'm more. Like, it's when if I'm sitting here now in a certain position for a certain amount of time, I have to get up in instalments, like unfold. But I think that's just, I'm 45.
I can't go to a gig and stand up. Like, it kills me. Like, if I can't stand up straight, I'll end up going over. Yeah. I don't know. It's from the concussion on my spine.
I'm a constant sweat. I'd never stand still. I'm always moving, shifting my weight all the time.
It's weird, isn't it? That I'm the same.
I think it might be what caused it. My posture's just bad, like.
You fall wrong or land wrong or something happens.
Or wrestle a German wench.
Or wrestle a German called the alpha female,
mate, have a look at this girl, mate. She's incredible. She stopped at me flat for a few days.
Yeah. I imagine she's like a 7-foot monster.
Oh, yeah, she's like pink on steroids. Have a look. That's how I'd describe her. She's like pink on steroids. But we got her hammered as well for the first time ever in her life because she's like a professional athlete. And then we had to take her to Comic-Con the next day, and she was she had an hangover in the car.
To take her to Comic-Con
her first hangover she'd ever had in her life.
Yeah, I know her. I've seen her.
Have you seen her?
Was she on? Or was she in a film?
Jazzy Gabbett's her real name.
Wasn't she in a film?
I think she does a lot of German. She's on the telly a lot in Germany. Like, I'll keep in touch every now and again. Just say, you're all right.
Getting on his camera or what?
It's like pink on steroids. Look at that.
Give her a shout out.
£200 of German pro athlete. What a woman.
She beat you up, did she?
She changed me forever.
For the best of the worst.
She changed me forever. Well, the shape of me anyway.
So how long ago was that when you was on the radio?
Yeah, it's going back about 4 or 5 years, I suppose now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good fun.
Yeah. What happened to the radio?
I started doing a lot of radio during the lockdown because there was no venues, and then I found I was hiding a little bit.
Black Country Radio, was it?
Yeah, and I was hiding there a little bit. I'd got me a little sponsorship deal, so all I had to do was turn up and muck about and play records every morning, and it was great fun, and I was getting on great with all the old days I was ringing in and all that, and like it just became really easy. And then, and like I say, I was still partying and still drinking and that, so. The amount of times I went on with an hangover and did a show in the mornings was...
On the radio?
Unreal, man. My girlfriend at that time, she literally booted me out of the car one morning, like... And she said, by the time you got on air, and I heard you on air, she was like, that weren't the geezer. I just kicked out the car. Just
Really?
right, yeah, get on with it.
Because you're a pro.
But then you could put a record on a slump, couldn't you? It's not like this, where it's just like continual. You just say, hi, this is everyone's feeling great. Here's your weather, bang. You know what I mean, someone get me a copy.
What was COVID like? Was it tough? Did you have to have a side hustle? Was you doing it with
I just did radio.
Did you?
Yeah, just did radio. But it's crap, innit? Because that Rishi come out and he said, just retrain. Anyone in the arts, just retrain.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Yeah, sound. I'll be a plumber. Yeah.
I was doing the band thing, and I had a wedding band at the time, and obviously I ain't gone back to it. Just squashed it, like put my energy into other stuff.
I love doing the weddings.
Did you?
Yeah.
Still
I've done wedding band. I'm going to a wedding tomorrow.
Yeah. In a band?
In Walsall. No, I'm just doing it. I'm doing a bit of stand-up. But
yeah.
I was a wedding singer in wedding bands for years. Loved it. You always get a bit of cake there, a bit of bridesmaid, a bit of vol-au-vents.
I always said this. I said, it'd be great for picking up birds, but you'd have to be the first one there, set up, do your gig, and then they'd be thrown up in the plant pots.
You'd never pull, would you?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, you'd have you look at your mates.
So when you're on stage, they're giving you the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, come in here.
Yeah, by the time you see them,
and by the time you've packed up the equipment, they're thrown up in the plant pots.
Yeah.
Oh,
No shoes.
There, Have you ever had like a side hustle, a grown-up job, fully?
I was always in sales, really.
Was you really?
Pretty much before I did stand-up, I was in sales. Same gig, innit? You just talk for half hour and hope they like you at the end of it.
Yeah. Like phone sales?
I did some phone sales. I did some repping. I stuck a suit on and went up and down the M6 talking crap to people about...
So what is it now? Like the nomad's lifestyle, would you call it?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I don't know. Like living in your van and travelling, which seems more popular for the younger folk, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's having a van really now if you're like 20.
Everyone always needs a van.
Yeah.
You always need a van.
I had a band van, but I wrote it off. I drove under one of them small bridges and ripped the roof off.
Are you joking?
Nah, stupid bastard. So I've never gone back to anything.
That must have been horrific.
It was horrible, and because it was all like fiberglass, it was the worst sound.
Oh, mate.
And it was everywhere. Pulling it out my arse, pulling out my hair, pulling out my arms.
Nightmare.
Yeah, wrote the van off, man. Fucking mad. You fancy playing something or not?
I can play something for you.
I'd love for you to play something.
It's hot in here. I'm just
a bit, mate.
thinking my hands will be so
We're not going to judge you.
Right, I'll see what we can do.
Yeah. Can I adjust that fan to just keep it on?
Yeah.
It's the clutch.
Am I from about here? See, I'm soaking. Ew. That's nasty. Right then. I can do one of the naughty ones.
Good for it, man. Good for one of the hits, yeah.
So, all right. I'm gonna have to. Am I still in shot? Are we all right there?
Yeah, you're good, man.
Oh. I don't know much about love. All that shit sent from above. Don't get me wrong, I mean I met a lot of wenches that would be more than friends, but they just give me the shove. So I think I'm better off alone. I can go out if I want to, I can stop at home. There ain't no point till I only end up broken hearted, wishing that I'd never started, so I think I'll just stop on my own. Sometimes it's hard to take, and every now and then, me nuts will ache, and I'll think to myself, well I better get a woman and has really got it coming just to give me wrist a break. But I don't know where to start. I ain't that smart and the world has changed and I'm getting old and I never thought I'd ever need to go and pull a tart. I had a gig in Craig It wore me best, to say the least. I ain't saying it was rough, but the crowd had had enough and it was sounding really ugly, so I got out with my teeth. There I was, just sitting at the bar, fishnet stockings and a push-up bra. They'd offered me a lift and I thought it was a gift and it'd come in really handy because I'm sorry to drop my car. They said that I'm puddled in you, yeah. I said, come on then, trouble. Take me to bed. I started kissing as we reached the door and made the kind of noise that I'd never heard before. I said goodnight and was happy just to leave it and I just couldn't believe it when I said I wanted more. It led me up to a flat, looked alright outside, had a welcome mat, but it daft right to start with, and it's like I'm at market, but I don't have any carpet, and I'm sure it smells of cat. It led me up to a back room, I giggled and said, this is my dungeon of doom. It gave me lots of pleasure to tie your hands together with some little bits of leather as a dance around the room. I said, okay then, alright then, son, in for the penny, in for the pen, and her face slightly changed, and I went all deranged, and before I carried knew it, I was bollocksed on the ground. I said that yam puddled in your head. I said, come on then, trouble, take me to bed. She said that she'd like to tease, but I've never seen straps like these, and has got me really stressing because this wench really are messing and has got me bearing guessing what my head's between my knees. I said, whoa, hang about a bit. I just took a little run up and has hit me with a whip, and it really starts to phase me because it's going batshit crazy, and I really am amazed that they hit me on the tip. I got a candle to melt the wax, then I went and let the bugger drip all over me back, and a smile starts beaming, but I couldn't help but scream because it was getting really hot and it was dripping down my crack. I done this before. We ain't got a safe where the cord take much more, and I know that I'm in trouble because I've started seeing double, and her hands around my windpipe and crawling for the door. I said the jam puddled in your head. I said, come on then, trouble, take me to bed, release me, Madam Tracy. Of course, and I could barely breathe. I said that yam puddled in your head. I said, come on then, trouble, take me to bed. I've never seen such filthy scenes. I want to get away, but I couldn't find my jeans. However am I going to make a break for it clean? Had the wallet in the pocket so I wouldn't have the means. I said we could still be friends, but this is where the sex would just have to end. And I know I forget her, and I'm really glad I met her, but I think I slipped a disc. I'll never walk the same again. I said that yam puddle in your head. I said, come on then, trouble, take me to bed. There you go.
Yes.
That was
How good was that?
the sexual encounter I had in Cradley Heath.
I was going to ask, was it a true story?
Yeah, kind of.
We just
they're
say
all,
yeah,
they're
just
all,
say-
they're all like, you know,
Well, you talked about your slip disc, didn't
embellishments
you?
of the truth.
Yam puddled.
Yam puddled, mate.
How do you write lyrics like that in slang? Mate, it's decent.
But the thing is, it actually opens it up a bit more because you've got more things that can rhyme with more things, if that makes any sense.
But what's your process? Do you just like write the slang terms and then?
Nah, I write the song and I just sing it as I'd sing it if I was singing it.
Because without the comedy, it's a good fucking song.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, no, it is, isn't it? It's class.
Thanks, mate. I think it's obviously been a benefit to me to have come from a songwriting background.
Yeah.
But the funny stuff just seems to be much easier to write, almost.
When did you start figuring out that was the route to market? I'm not saying you do it for the fame, but you do it to do it, didn't you? We all do it to do it.
Like I said, originally I just did it for beers in the pub,
Yeah.
and it kind of evolved. I never really went out to do this act. I always wanted to perform and play music and sing, but the whole comedy thing and it just evolved, and I just thought, I'll do that then.
It's fucking class, man.
But I enjoy it. I mean, you know, how lucky am I? Do you know what I mean?
And what you say, you're in your 40s now.
I mean, I'm 45 now, yeah. In fact, my mate the other day, he said he was 36. He says, and we've got exactly the same birthday. We worked out we've got the same birthday. And he said, are you 46? And I said, yeah. And he said, oh, so we can have a joint party, my 40th or 50th. I said, yeah, I said. And then when I worked it out, I'm 45.
Yeah.
And I'd gained a year like that. I was like, son, that is it. Just
Yeah, I wasn't sure the other year if I was 38
I
or
had a
39.
bit of a skip in my step, mate, that day. I thought, I'm a year
I'm
younger.
back again, I'm back
I've got
again.
another 12 months, yeah, to play with.
You just want to pull up his tour dates again, just so we can let people know where to get tickets from. You just want to say the link at the bottom for me?
They're on the Funny Business website, so you can either Google Funny Business or go to funnybusiness. It's B's, not business. It's BEESENESS, and it's .co.uk. And if you put / Jonny Cole, I think you find our tickets.
It's decent, man. Something I did want to ask you about was the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah, how you find it?
But I only did it as a guest of another show.
Yeah.
And that show weren't great. And
but if you got the call up to go back and be one of the...
because I tell you what, I just felt fucking daunted by it, man. And like I said, I never did the comedy circuit, so I never did the clubs. Like, you know, I did a few, but I went straight to corporates and that, and pubs, corporates, and now the big show. So like, I never really did that. And when I did go down, I just just made me feel like such a speck on the spectrum of how much talent there is there.
Yeah.
And I just felt demotivated. I thought, what's the fucking point, man? These people are just like brilliant. You could stand on the street corner and there's a geezer with a guitar who could piss all over me, you know. And then you see some acting, you think, no, that's proper genius. I'm going home.
I think there's a reason you're taking off.
I'm packing this in.
I'm not saying you're taking off. You've been fucking doing it for a long time, but like I said, I see your numbers now and I see the ticket and I think, fucking hell, like, this is catching on. Yeah. It's just going to keep snowballing for you.
I don't know, man. Who cares, though? Because, like, the way I look at it now, I've been so lucky. Yeah. So, like, because I said I did it for the pubs and to be out, if I could earn enough to pay my bills, feed the lad, you know, and get by, I was successful. So this now is just, you know...
So you don't have a dream?
Nah, man, just...
You don't have, say, aspirations to play... I don't know, the Apollo or what is it in the UK?
The Apollo. Do you know what? They
put that on a T-shirt.
But I do get contacted by a lot of these Britain's Got Bollocks shows and that. They get in touch with me twice a year. And I tell them the same thing. In fact, I tell them to read the message I sent them last year because it's still in the same thread. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? The reasons I wouldn't do it. I'm so lucky to be doing what I'm doing with the group that I'm doing it with. My gang around me, my team around me are brilliant. I wouldn't want to change that. The venues I'm doing... packing out locally. I'm always in bed for a decent time. No one's really getting into my business too much.
Sounds like you got the balance. You got the right balance, then, yeah.
Man. I'm going to milk this for as long as as I can, and then I'm going to take my money and run, mate. And that'll be. That's
you're not going to do it like Ozzy and get to your dying days?
I hope not, man.
Nah, not you.
He's you know, you're talking about a legend there, isn't there? And he was born to do what he did till the day he died. I just feel like I fell into this by accident, and I'm just going to make the best of it.
I'm just riding the wave.
Get out of it, get out while I can, while I'm ahead.
Well, I mean, I'd love to talk about Ozzy for a second. Like I say, Black Country, hero, legend, put the place on the map.
Well, I've got pals in Diamond Head, you know Diamond Head, Starbridge band, and they obviously back in the day, they were, you know, so I've heard some really good stories about Ozzy over there, and I've read his book recently as well. Strangely, I've read it a few times, but I read it again recently. It's a proper laugh out loud book.
I think his sister's in Aldridge. I ain't, you know, but I was last few weeks when I was watching Back to the Beginning. It was I was watching the Osbournes again. Yeah, he was the fucking first reality TV star. How mad's that? Yeah. And then, funnily enough, it was Hogan Knows Best, so it was the Osbournes. So the Kardashians make out like they invented the shit. Nah. Ozzy and Sharon were doing it a long time before that.
It was great, wasn't it? When he was trying to work out that TV remote.
He's a comedian, isn't he? Oh. He's not fucking stupid.
No, he's not a comedian. He's a funny bloke.
From
Midlands. He's just a funny bloke. He's not a comedian. He doesn't go out of his way to make people laugh. He's in the moment. He's a funny bloke. And there's not a lot of comedians that are like that.
Naturally funny.
There's a lot of like clever people writing good material, but someone who just point out and laugh, there's very few. Man.
Would you fancy like a little 8 out of 10 cats or 9 out of 10 does 7 cats?
I don't know, man.
What else is that?
I don't know. I think you've got to be in some sort of gang to get into that.
Same faces, and the last leg.
Yeah, you've got to be in that little group. I mean, I'd be happy to go and have a go, but I think they have a lot of writers on these shows that tell you what to say at certain times. It's all very well produced. I'm loving what I'm doing right now. Why would I ever want to do anything else? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, you don't need to change.
If it ain't broke, I'll just keep going. And if they keep coming back to the shows, I'll keep writing new stuff and doing shows, and then it'll peter off at some point, and then I'll disappear up the cut with my barge, mate.
I might see you in Mission Impossible 10 or something as the next Tom Cruise. You don't know, do you?
Nah.
You got a barge?
I live on a barge, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, you're the dream. You live in the dream.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
It's cheap. It's a slow way of living. Yeah. Like you can't go fast. Like you're not allowed. Do you know what I mean? You've got to.
That's what I need to learn to do. You know, take it down a step. Stop sweating. Get some air conditioning in here for one.
Yeah, that's a good step. Yeah.
And
It is like a sauna, right? It's not. It's up kitted
Yeah.
out. You should charge extra for the sauna. So I'll be proper ring this out.
I need to figure something out, don't I? Well, you know what it is? Freak weather. It's been pissing down and freezing all week, and then today it's red hot. And the last time I had the guest, it was the hottest day in the year.
No, well,
I can't win at the minute.
that's what it is. Ain't too bad. That fan's all right. Dances.
It's all right for you. It's not helping me.
Oh dear.
No, I don't know what I was going to say then. I was going to go somewhere else with it. I've got some notes here. Oh, Hogan. I said Hogan, didn't I? We're a big wrestling fans, so obviously seeing that he's...
I mean, that era from that magazine we were flicking through earlier.
Yeah.
The Legion of Doom, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage era, mate. That was...
We was dragged up on this, weren't we?
That was when it was gold, wasn't it?
All of them
That was when it was gold, mate.
Every
Yeah,
single one that
yeah.
his name.
Jake the Snake.
He's still here.
I
He's
thought
old
he
now.
died of an heart attack.
Nah, he's still there.
He's had a few. He's had a few close calls, though, hasn't he? He's had a few ops.
I thought he died.
All
Mr.
died.
Perfect, he's gone, isn't he?
Yeah.
Young he was as well. Less than 40, I think.
Is it the steroids?
You're trying to shout.
It can't be doing you much good. I watched that.
You don't go up
I watched that Vince McMahon thing.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it was an unwritten thing. It was an unsaid thing. It was an unspoken thing. But they were all bang on it, weren't they? Because he was kind of saying, if you ain't big enough, you ain't.
You know, it's a well, we grew up watching like Arnie and Sly Stallone, and then China in the wrestling. There was all on something, but you're made to feel idolised this kind of look. And there was like superheroes, weren't they? There was all like beefcakes, but.
Well, I'm saying this, and all I'm saying is, it ain't surprised that it took the toll on their heart over the years, and that they have an early.
Yeah, I mean,
time.
he's had how many operations has he said he's had? 30 plus or something. He's had a lot, but he had a young bird on the side. And
who's this?
Hogan.
Hogan.
Yeah, I think it was cardiac
play.
arrest. I think he went in for an op. The op messed up, and then second one cardiac arrest. I think it turned him into a vegetable or something, which it's not nice, is it? But yeah, these are my idols, man.
Yeah.
I only had one vinyl. I had my mum's vinyl player growing up, and that was Black Sabbath. One easy back in the day, was it, as a kid?
Nah.
And then watching the wrestling as and when I could. I had a SNES, and I had the Royal Rumble on the
I had
SNES.
that game,
Yeah.
yeah. You've still got a SNES?
Oh yeah, of course. I still got the fucking SNES.
I noticed it earlier. I thought that's proper, that retro. That is.
Yeah. That's the original Nintendo. I had Duck Hunt and all that. I love my games back in the day, mate. And then you see where it's gone to now.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's a joke, innit? You can put these headsets on.
My lad's got the headset, the Oculus.
Oculus, that's it.
It's amazing. It's amazing what he's flying planes and.
My lad the other day said he was coding a Roblox game. Roblox game.
How old's your lad?
12, going on 37.
Mate, just give it another 5 years, man. Oh.
But if he could be Professor Stephen Hawking, he would. If he could be zipping around in his little chair.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to say that, or not? Will thinks I'm going to get cancelled.
Zipping around in his
Yeah, he would if he had. Have you seen that film Wall-E, where it's
when everyone don't move and they just turn into a lump.
If my lad could be that, them blokes.
It's the way it's going, man.
Yeah. So I had to rush home and get him a Subway on the way home, chuck him in, he's like, cheers, Dad, and have to feed it to him and that.
He'd be liquidising it. Have a drink of this, kid.
What's your best joke? You ain't telling us?
No, mate. I've got a couple of old favourites.
Is it going to ruin your stage if you say it here? Or what always makes you tickle every time you say it?
It's really difficult. There's one or two tracks that make me laugh. Certain. I do a gag about Lenny Henry.
Yeah, Lenny Henry, fucking
I do a gag about Lenny Henry being with the Vicar of Dibley, and that normally makes me chuckle when I'm singing it because it gets such a surprise reaction, and I like it when people laugh and they can't help it.
Yeah.
And they know they probably shouldn't, but it's just come in.
A naughty
like
laugh.
a sneeze. Yeah, you're having it, and that's it. And if I can get people like that, I'm like, get got ya. Because you shouldn't have laughed at that.
Piss themselves laugh or what?
Yeah, I love that.
Are you always present when you're performing, or are you somewhere else in your head? Do you know what I mean? Like you're doing the shopping, or you're thinking.
Sometimes I can wander off.
Yeah.
For a few seconds, but because I'm quite absent-minded anyway, I have to think. Right, come on, bring it back. And sometimes because you've done the show 70 times.
Yeah, true.
you think, am I giving these the same performance as I was giving the first few? You know, or am I? And so I'm conscious of kicking myself up the arse a bit and going, you know, move a bit more or make it bigger, or you know, and just to make sure they're getting their money's worth.
Yeah,
I'm just conscious of that now.
Beating yourself up a bit or not, or just
no, not beating myself up.
Just
being aware, being self-aware and conscious of, you know, that
Yeah.
I'm doing this for them now, and you know.
No, I love it. Is there anything you want to ask, Will? Do you want to pull up the social channels?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, like, what do you think about, like, so you was on about, like, you know, where everything's going in the future.
Yeah.
So AI is massive.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon there's going to be people who just use that? Like,
There already are.
The right
There already are. Like there's comics I know that are using tools now to write at least ideas for stuff. I had a little look at it as far as I was sat at an airport and I just got Gemini on my phone.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, what's this all about? And I'd got a couple of hours wait at the airport, and so I started saying, right, I want help writing my new set, and I did have a half an hour's conversation. And it said, well, maybe you can delve into, you know, a different type of lifestyle from people in the black country and blah, blah, blah. And it was giving me really good suggestions of things that I could think about. But where do you draw the line between it just being helping you to brainstorm and it actually writing the thing for you? But I don't think AI's got a sense of humour, and I don't think it will have. But what I will say is, because I know you mentioned your artwork earlier, and there's a lot of graph artists I know now that are going out of business because the AI is doing it for them. And like you say, right, I want Michael Jackson riding a sheep over a rainbow, and it's done for you. It's simple. But I think what will come, and with music, it's exactly the same. And but what I think we'll come to is a stage where a human doing something live will be like, fucking hell. Like, there's someone playing there's a human playing a harp there. You know what I mean? And everyone will crowd round and they want to know. And live performance and getting together to go and see something done live will be huge again, because we'll get to the point where we've accepted that pretty much everything that you see on a screen or anything you hear is probably digitalised or bollocks in some way. Do you know what I mean? And I think it'll go full circle. Yeah. And when it's live bands and live things, you'll be like, yeah, that's proper, that's human, man, look. I think that's how it'll get.
It's an interesting point. Like I said, when we had Sasha on the other month, she said, is it priests? Is that the right term? I don't even know if I can say any of this, but she said they was looking at doing the sermons and they was using AI. And she says, like, under no certain terms, that AI is the devil. She said, you cannot use that. And I was like, wow, okay. Yeah. You know, you educated me. And she says, yeah.
I think it'll get saturated, though. It'll get worse before it gets better, but, like, yeah. I agree, it's the devil.
It's interesting. It's interesting
because I'd turn the internet off if it was up to me, but if it weren't for the internet, I'd have no business.
Two sides to the coin, and that. You know, it's about finding balance and that.
Yeah, I think you just switch the whole thing off. But again,
I don't know, man.
We're sat here streaming.
Yeah, it's been good to me, and I love it. And like I said, people can't afford to go out anymore, so they sit on the phones swiping. I'm loving the AI stuff. I like this Bigfoot and Yeti on TikTok. Now this video AI stuff's kicking off. It looks unbelievable. It looks like better than Planet of the Apes.
I ain't seen it.
Yeah, they're just chilling, Bigfoot and Yeti, and they go camping and.
Is it like?
I'll show you after this.
Is it people with a filter on?
No, it's AI can make videos now. So you'll give it a textual prompt. So I want to see Bigfoot and Yeti camping.
So you don't give it a script. You just give it an idea.
You can give it a script, or you can just be very general, but the quality is unbelievable.
Wayne's used AI in my last ad. He's done some newsreader, and he's obviously put a script in, and he's got this newsreader that says it. Like, well, I don't know about the old Yeti and that, but it's just.
I've seen that. No, I've seen that.
It's just a cartoon made by.
I'll have to show you.
AI.
It looks real. It looks a joke. The hair's moving. They jump in the water. It gets wet. They're having the campfire. You see it lighting up on them.
That's incredible. Mad. So how many people are out of a job now? Like, Pixar.
yeah. Pixar are probably using it, aren't they? It's probably speeding their process up tenfold.
Yeah, probably.
I was big on Wallace and Gromit back in the day. You know, the stop motion
I know the
plasticine.
geezer who used to mould them.
Was he?
Yeah, he's from Walsall.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't he? He was from round here.
Yeah, he's from Walsall. That stops.
Yeah.
That takes some time, all that, doesn't it? Old school.
Loved Wallace and Gromit back in it. It took 6 years, I think, to make the first one when they go to the moon for the cheese.
yeah.
Loved it, mate. Blew my mind. I was doing stop motion and got my first camera to do stop motion and stuff. Yeah, love my art, mate. Love my music. Love my art. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on, man. Honestly, I mean it.
I'll do
Sorry
more
for
of these things.
burning you up and that.
It's been all right, man. I've probably lost about half a stone.
It's good, ain't it?
Yes, it just saves me going to the gym on the way home.
Yeah, but I'd love to have you back when your tour's done.
Any time at all, mate. It's been it's been good fun.
Have you got his social accounts so we can give him a push? If anyone wants to drop him a like and a follow. Instagram.
I'm on Instagram and all the other regular things.
All good. So yeah, absolute pleasure.
Pleasure,
and I mean
mate.
that. This is probably one of the ones which we was really excited for, weren't we, Will, to get you on.
One. Thanks very
We've
much.
been fanboying
I
watching
haven't
your
let
stuff.
you down.
Nah, I don't. I feel like I've let you down, killing you, burning you out.
No, not at all, mate. Not at all.
And I told somebody at work today who I had on, and he went, "No fucking way!"
No.
He said, "That's class. I can't believe it."
That's mad.
And he
isn't
says,
it?
"I'm going to watch it. When's it on?" I says, "I don't know. We're just filming it tonight."
No way.
So,
Bless him. Oh,
that means a lot. So yeah, I am Kyle Perry. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that good stuff. This is the Pezzadox show, and thank you very much for your time, your energy.
Cheers.
And thanks for playing the track as well, man. I know
Nice one.
it can't be easy, so I appreciate
Thanks for
it.
having me, man.
Thanks,
Cheers.
man.